Hey everyone, Keegan here. I'm just going to give you a couple tips for the portfolio settings page. My first tip is just regarding how to actually change settings from this page. Now, as you know, I could open an individual listing link and then go into the settings and change them here, but that could be quite tedious, especially if you have the same if you want the same settings for multiple listings. So from this page, if I select the listings that I want to edit and then choose the setting I want to edit, I can click this little button here and it pulls up the page for me to go ahead and edit the minimum prices, for example. Another way of doing this is instead of clicking this little button here, you can actually choose this drop down here and then choose what setting you want to edit from there. My next tip is a general Chrome keyboard shortcut tip, but it's super useful on the portfolio settings and the calendar page. So you could click and hold to drag and scroll horizontally, or you could simply hold Shift on your keyboard and then use your scroll wheel to scroll horizontally. My next couple tips are more workflow tips for you. So let's say I want to change or add new settings for multiple listings. So for these 3 listings, maybe I want to edit the minimum stays. So I can click Edit, and I can go ahead and enter my minimum stay of 7 nights, and it'll be saved. But let's say I want to fully set up a listing with multiple settings. I could open that listing up in a new tab, go through the process of getting everything set up. Once that is set up, I can then take this listing and copy any of the settings from that listing to whatever listings I want. So I can select them and I can copy them over and apply those settings to each of those listings. So that's a quick way to copy settings over to another listing. Another workflow tip is, let's say I know I want a minimum price for the months of August, September, and October for these 5 listings here. And I know, like I said, I know I want these months, August, September, October, but I want the prices to be different for each individual listing. Well, from this page here, this rule that I enter will only apply $99 to all of the listings. So what I could do is I could add this rule for these months as a placeholder for my 5 listings. We can see that it shows up here. So for August, September, October, I have $99 in. Now what I could do is I can actually go in and edit this rule for each of the listings and enter in my new price for those months. One last general keyboard shortcut is, instead of entering in your price and then clicking into each cell with your mouse, you could simply just hit Tab on your keyboard and it'll take you to the next cell. Much faster.